If you ever wanted a digital grand piano in your home that reacts and performs very much like an acoustic piano and have no maintenance on it like you would an acoustic piano, I'm excited to show you the Roland GP607. The GP607 is a mini grand piano that measures about 3 feet, so it takes up a lot less space than an acoustic grand piano, and of course it's much lighter and can be moved around much easier. The sound that you get out of this instrument is incredible. Isn't that amazing? Let me show you some of the common features that you're going to see between this and an acoustic piano. And the one is the obvious one right here, and that is the soundboard. This is actually made out of wood. It's not made out of plastic. Your speakers are embedded into it, and you have 2 big speakers over here off to each side that are amplifying the sound with a couple underneath the instrument. This is what gives me that big bass and the massive spectrum of sound that I'm hearing from the low to the high. Now, the next thing that's very common with this instrument is that I can actually design this piano any way I wish it to be, and I really can't do that on an acoustic piano unless I had 10 acoustic pianos in my living room. I can choose which one I want this to be, and I can do that with Piano Designer. In other words, I can design my own piano. With designing my own piano, or Piano Designer, let's talk about the very first function that's on here, and that is the lid. This is the lid of a grand piano. If I put that lid down, it quiets the sound, and if I raise it up, it allows more sound to come out so I can hear it better. So right here, you can see that this lid is going down right now, and I actually closed it all the way. If I want to raise it, I press that little button right here that says plus. Now it's opened up. It makes a totally different effect. If I want to go to the next function, one is called key off noise. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about this right here on some of these features that you don't even realize you're playing on an acoustic piano. But an acoustic piano is a very complex instrument. It's not just the string striking the hammer striking the string and creating a sound. It is all of the ambient sounds around it that give you that acoustic experience. Some of that is the key off noise. In other words, when I press down on the key and I let it up, you will hear the actual wood components within that key knocking or making a sound. That's part of that experience in an acoustic piano. Well, it's no different on a Roland, and now they allow you to adjust how much of that key off noise you want right here. Now, the other thing is hammer noise. When the hammer strikes the string, again, it's the wood effect, because the hammer on an acoustic piano is made out of hard rock maple, so it's wood and striking a steel string. All right, there's a knocking effect that you'll hear, and you definitely hear it up in that area of the instrument. So if I want to increase it, now you may not be able to hear it very well in this video, but for me sitting right here, I can hear that. All right. If I want to go off to the next one, let's go to something that's called full string resonance. Full string resonance means when you sit down in an acoustic piano and I press on that right pedal, and the sustain that I'm hearing when the dampers come off the string, it allows for those strings to sustain. The whole instrument will vibrate, and that's no different here, that you're going to get that feeling of vibration of those strings. And it's an amazing feeling. Again, it's part of the acoustic experience. You have soundboard resonance. Soundboard resonance is the effect of part of what I just said in that the vibration of the instrument, but the soundboard vibrates. So I can adjust how much do I want that soundboard to resonate. Okay? I can't do that on an acoustic piano. I would have to play on a different grand piano and have it shipped into my living room, where here I have about literally 10 grand pianos all in one case. I just have to choose which one I want to hear. So that's under your piano designer, and that is an amazing, amazing feature. So back to my concert piano. If I want to go to a different sound, here's my sound set right here. If I want to hear strings. If I want to adjust the ambiance, the room that I'm in, for instance, if I go over here to ambiance and I want a richer sound, I just click on ambiance and I adjust the setting to make it richer. And there's a sliding control that's valued numerically. Okay, and when you're sitting here playing this instrument, I can definitely hear that, and that is a really cool feature. I can also adjust the brilliance of the sound. So if I want it to be brighter, and it's best heard that on a grand piano. Let's go to... Let's go back to brilliance. There it is, brighter. Versus mellow. Okay. Let's go to the next feature. Let's go to HKey Touch. People ask me quite often, how can I change the touch on a grand piano, on an acoustic piano? Well, you can hire a technician. That technician can come into your home and spend 2 or 3 hours adjusting all the different little regulation screws within all 88 hammers to adjust the touch for you. It certainly can be done. It is costly and it takes time. With the Roland digital piano, I can do it with one sliding control right here. And right now I have it on medium touch. If I go to this little plus button right here and I want to make it heavier, this is not something that I can, the only way for me to demo this for you is for you to be sitting here, but I can feel it. Okay, or if I want it to be lighter. And it also captures the kind of sound that you will get from an acoustic piano when I do make it lighter or when I make it heavier. So that's also a very exciting feature. So I'm going to put this one back on medium, and I'm going to go right over here to Transpose. And with Transpose, if you want to transpose this instrument into a different key, let's assume for a moment that you only play in the piano in the key of C. That's the only way you know this particular song. But the instrument that you're playing with, perhaps, is in the key of D. Okay? Or maybe the music is in the key of D, but I only know how to play it in the key of C. But I need it to sound like it's playing in the key of D. All I have to do is go to Transpose right over here, and with the plus minus again, I'm going to go up a whole step. Now I'm playing it in the key of C, and it's sounding in the key of D. Let's go back to C. Just went down a whole step. So there's your Transpose button. Now, without a doubt, one of the most exciting features I love about the Roland digital piano is the twin piano feature. So how many of you play at home duets with another person and you don't have 2 pianos to choose from? Well, with the twin piano, I can take this keyboard and I can divide it up into 2 pianos. So each of us will get a middle C. Now, what does that mean? Some of you may not know where middle C is, but here's middle C on an instrument. Remember this sound for a moment. If I go to twin piano, now I have twin piano, I have middle C right here, and I have middle C here. If I play the original middle C, it's going to sound different. Ah, if I go down here, there's my middle C, here's my other one. So now, you have two pianos in one. So with somebody sitting here and someone sitting here, we can now play duets together. That is an amazing feature. It's called twin piano. The recording capabilities over here is in this section. It allows me to record up to 3 different tracks for accompaniment, my left hand and my right hand. It has a built-in metronome, so I can keep my track of my time. This particular instrument is in a polished ebony finish. And if you notice that the fall board, as it slides down, it stops at one point and it covers all of the electronics or buttons that you're seeing right here. It is Bluetooth enabled, and the fact that it is Bluetooth enabled means I can Bluetooth my iPad or my cell phone to this instrument and have it play my music, for instance, on my iPad or cell phone, and I can play all my Apple Music or whatever you're using as a library of music. It'll play through this and act as a stereo system, so you can still enjoy these speaker systems when you're not playing it. I can also manipulate this instrument or operate it with my iPad, utilizing some of the programs that Roland has to offer, and they're all free. You can download those right onto your iPad or your cell phone, and I can operate this instrument from a distance without touching any of the buttons. Utilizing some of these learning software that Roland has on some of their apps like Piano Every Day, I can record my lessons, I can document them, I can send them to my piano teacher, I can listen to the library of songs that are within the Piano Every Day app, and I can play along with them, either simultaneously or interactively. And I can also share all my music with anybody that I choose through social media, which is an exciting feature. With Piano Designer, the button is right here, but with their application, I can utilize my iPad and adjust the sound of the piano however I wish to do. With the tabs over here that give me all my different tones, without having to scroll through all the different sounds to find the one I want, I can look at them all on one sheet, if you will, on my iPad and choose the one that I want, and the piano will react and change accordingly. So I don't have to scroll, so I can see them all on one piece. I'm a visual learner, so I like to see everything. I don't want to have to hunt and peck for things. So if I look at it on an iPad and I see it all on one screen, I can just choose which one I want and it'll react to me. So this is the Roland HKey607, and the last thing I want to mention about it is the fact that it is a digital instrument means the warranty on it normally isn't quite as long as what they offer. And because they are modeling this after an acoustic piano, well, they took it one step further and took the warranty and expanded it all the way out to 10 years parts and labor, which is the same as an acoustic piano. That is amazing. I have never seen a digital piano have a warranty as long as an acoustic piano warranty, and they're the only manufacturer on the market that offers that. It's 10 years parts and labor warranty. We will come to your home. You do not have to bring the instrument into us, but what that tells me is the confidence that Roland has in their instrument, that they're willing to put a 10-year parts and labor warranty on it. So I would urge you to come in and check this particular instrument out. It's a mini grand piano. It does not take up a lot of space, and it's called the Roland GP607.